All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is Thomas, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, Perry. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Wentz to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Returnable for Thomas. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Throwing on first down. Perry drops it underneath to Thomas. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a gain of 5. And it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Perry. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Thomas. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perry, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Operating from the gun. Perry. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That's complete left side to Aguilar. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call them?
Well, they settle with it. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior. The offensive line, they didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st down, Perry. too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Flex round, flex round, flex round, flex round, flex round, flex round.
Looking to throw. Perry. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Perry. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
His throw incomplete. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Throwing to start the drive. Perry is going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Mike 51. Mike 51. Flex round. Flex round.
On 1st and 10, Perry. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Operating from the gun, Perry. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Flex round. Flex round. Hut. Hut.
Throwing on 1st down. Perry finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. You don't see me in your nightmare, son.
From the gun, Perry. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
On 1st down, Perry. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Falcons are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Duncan. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. On 1st and 10, Perry throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Bang, 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 bang! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hut! 51 the mic, boy, 51. Hut!
Back to throw. Perry. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Ohio! Ohio!
Operating from the gun. Perry. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13.
82, 82. Go. 20. Please. 82.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And his pass incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot or running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. 120. Hey, empty.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Great. Ram. Here, sit. Like, come on.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Duncan. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And now past another. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Okay, baby, I see you.
On first down, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, second and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Down, man, 5-4. On the ball.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Throwing on first down. Perry. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Perry. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
On first down, Perry finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 30 yards there. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
They come out here in the I. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
That false start costly. Moves them back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. They run with Thomas. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
From the gun on 3rd down. Perry. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Run. Great. Win. Go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Wentz to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Go. 81. Great 15.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Great 15.
Wins to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st and 10, Perry. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on 2nd down, Perry. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Perry, he'll rifle this one deep right side. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Throwing again. Perry. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Operating from the gun. Perry. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Matt Bosher now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. A A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That's complete to Taywan Taylor, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Straight 15, straight 15.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 1st down. Perry. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up on Levante David, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guy.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw. Perry. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on third down. Perry going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Ohio! Ohio!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Perry. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nyheim Hines, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hang in there now.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Eagles, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they dropped below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
They were my business on the front page. Headlines. I threw prescription in Dior frames. Sunshine. I had the vision back in 12th grade. Lunchtime. That I be killing with Doc Dre. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh, don't make me have to lose it. No, hold up. Come on, out the jaw, come on. Ooh, savage, that's a nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. Enough gas to get you a rough average. How many more you know do I have to from my enemies? They bringing my old ways back. Back in my day, would've had your whole face smacked. Look at you, wonder why hate rap. Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you trying to prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh no, hold up. Come on, out the jaw, come on. I've been swimming through the process, and you can't see me on the likeness. You can proceed, but with caution, give the proceeds to my god kids. Older than my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop kick, buy drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much?